Hello, I'm Norman Schafer, the host of this podcast, and today we're exploring the beauty of the Cook Islands. We'll be talking with a representative from the Rarotongan Beach Group of Resorts, and they offer three really distinct resort experiences for travelers seeking romance, family adventures,
Yes.
as well as authentic island culture. Good to have you on our podcast.
Wonderful to be here, Norman.
Before we dive into today's episode, I want to tell you, if you've ever dreamed of experiencing one of the incredible destinations that we talk about on the show, be sure to visit farandawayadventures.com. For over 30 years, I've helped travelers discover some of the most extraordinary destinations on Earth. If this is of interest, check out the link in the description to farandawayadventures.com, and we'd be happy to make your next trip unforgettable. Could you just introduce us to the Rarotongan Beach Group of Resorts and tell us really what makes these properties special for different types of travelers?
Sure. Well, we've got three different resorts, as Norman mentioned. The first one is called the Rarotongan Beach Resort and Lagoonarium. Now, everybody says, what's the Lagoonarium? Well, the reality is it's a marine sanctuary right in front of the resort. You've got turtles there. You don't have to go on a tour. You can go snorkeling and just see amazing wildlife. It's the perfect place for families and intergenerational travel groups to come along and experience the wonder of Rarotonga. Right next door, there's another property called Sanctuary Rarotonga, which is probably, look, it's on the same lagoon and you get the same experience, but it's an adults only place. And that's where, if you're coming a long way on a romantic trip, that's where I would recommend you stay. You can go into the Rarotonga and use all their facilities anytime you want.
Yep.
Fill it back to your room, but it's a one-way door.
So those couples, they like the sanctuary. That's what the sanctuary word kind of
exactly. That's where it all fits in. It's like a little private retreat with only 50 different suites. The beauty about Rarotonga, though, is that you're no more than 20 minutes from 100 different restaurants, from any possible activity you can do. But if you don't want to leave the resort, you've got everything as far as facilities right in front of you. But, you know, if you're coming all this way, you have to go to Paradise, and that is a little island called Aitutaki. Now, Aitutaki is about a 45-minute flight from Rarotonga, but boy, is it worth it, and there's a reason why Lonely Planet put it in their top 50 places to see before you die. When you land there, it is just incredible. You've got a lagoon where the water is just, well, gin clear is probably a good way to describe it. But over there, we've got a sister property called the Aitutaki Lagoon Private Island Resort. It's the only private island in the Cook Islands. It's got the only overwater bungalows in the Cook Islands, and it's the only resort actually inside this incredible lagoon. So combining that, it's an adults-only property, with Sanctuary for couples is the ultimate experience of the Cook Islands.
Yes. Well, I have to say the Cook Islands really, they have a little bit of everything. They have different places to stay that kind of cater to all demographics of people. But like you say, you've got family, it's something for families. You've got something for the couples that are looking for a little bit of an escape. And I agree that you cannot go to the Cook Islands without seeing Aitutaki, and you cannot just go for the day.
Yeah.
You have to go overnight, spend a few days there. It is one of the most incredible destinations I've ever been to. And it's great. And like you say, it's only overwater bungalows in the Cook Islands.
It's absolutely unique, but I guess what also makes it very appealing to the people that might be watching this is we work on New Zealand dollars. So that's almost a 2-for-1 cocktail you can have.
Yes. It really gives some good value there at the Cook Islands. So what types of activities and experience do your guests have beyond the beaches?
So there's a whole lot of things. If you stay in Rarotonga itself, as I said, it's 20 minutes to anything on the island. So whether you want to do 4-wheel drive mountain safaris, if you want to do hiking, trekking, if you want to go experience the culture, that's very easy to do. In fact, there's buses that pull up at the hotel. There's 2 buses. On the front of one of them, it says clockwise, and the other one says anti-clockwise. And they just take one road around the island. It's very simple. But then you can go out to Aitutaki, and that's a bit more serene, where it is a lot of water experience. But you know, the newest thing out at Aitutaki is you can now swim with whales. And that is brand new and exciting with the humpback whales during the migratory season. And that's usually around anywhere from July through to November. It's just the perfect time to come.
And that's just outside of the lagoon then, is it?
Yeah, it's very, very close indeed. Inside the lagoon is, as I said, that gin clear water where you can just snorkel and just have a wonderful time. And then outside you can just be with these magnificent creatures that are just so gentle. And also you're so isolated. It's not like you've got boats everywhere that you would in other parts of the world that might have 20, 30 boats just trying to do this. You're the only people there.
Hmm. Wow, that's incredible. And of course, the marine experience of the Cook Islands is uncomparable to many destinations. So it's something you have to do. You have to both explore on land, but also in the water.
That's right. That's right.
And how do your resorts help people connect with the culture and the traditions of the Cook Islands when they come and visit?
Well, there's certain different activities within the resort that we do that are local cultural things, such as pareo making or tie-dyeing or making the flower arrays, all that kind of stuff. But, they're your basic kind of resort things. What we do is we encourage people to get out. And that's the best thing about the Cooks, is that it's a safe destination, because our entire population is less than probably 15,000 people. That's it. So everybody knows everybody. Everybody knows what everyone's doing before they do it. So therefore you can walk the streets safely. You can go to the villages and be welcomed in. You can go to the local church services. And you can also go to some of the cultural villages that show you everything from the ancient medicines through to the way they create the waka boats and so on and so forth. It's all there. And it's not one of these places that you have to do on a tour. You can explore it by yourself as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I find Sundays are always a really quiet day in the Cook Islands.
It is.
And I always encourage people to go to one of the church services, because the sound that comes from those buildings just vibrates throughout the whole building, and you really feel the power of the music that these Cook Islanders really love to share.
That's right. And every village has its own church. So they are a religious destination. But, even if you're not religious, it's an incredible experience just to see this kind of thing.
Yeah. What would you say would be the best time of year to visit the Cook Islands and enjoy the resorts to the fullest?
I would suggest that if anyone could come somewhere from about the 1st of January till about the 31st of December, we think that's the best time to come, all year round. We are a year-round destination, but the absolute prime time would probably be about April to November.
Okay. And what would be one key piece of advice that you would offer travelers that are planning stay at one of your resorts?
I would say just come with an open mind and a sense of adventure. You're traveling a long, long way from where you come from. You're going to a place where it's a very different culture, but it's a very welcoming culture. All you need to bring is a smile and you'll get a million back. That's it.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
That's true. They love to just greet you as you pass
Absolutely.
by, and it's very...
Come as a guest, leave as a relative. That's pretty well how it goes.
Yeah, yeah. And is there a hidden spot or activity or special experience that you think everyone visiting the Cook Islands should experience?
Oh, you're probably on a spot here.
Yeah.
I get that depends on what you're looking for. I don't think there's one particular thing that everybody must do, except for perhaps an island night dinner and show. The feast, where they actually give you the cultural dancing, and they give you the whole cultural experience, the fire dancing and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
It's just one of those wonderful nights that I think everybody who comes to the Cooks will do that at some stage.
Yeah.
And then they go off and find their own other things that they want to do outside of that.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing a little bit about your resorts, and it's good to have you on our podcast.
Look forward to welcoming everybody over there.
Okay, thank you.
Cheers. Thanks, mate.
All right. Thanks for tuning in. Discover your next unforgettable journey at farandawadventures.com. Experience the world differently.